Tonight, Metro Police and federal agents detonate another device on the property of a home located in the Highview area of southern Jefferson County. It's our top story on the WHAS 11 night team. Hello, everyone. I'm Doug Prophet. Police have been on the scene at Applegate Lane for 2 days now. As WHAS 11 night team's Taylor Woods and photojournalist Ian Hardwitt tell us, this is the second controlled detonation since yesterday, and the homeowner is under arrest.
Investigators putting on hazmat suits getting ready to set off another controlled detonation of a device outside this home in Highview. The Louisville Metro Police Bomb Squad detectives, federal agents, and Fern Creek Fire and EMS are here for the long haul with a special TARC bus on site to keep them cool in the heat. LMPD says it received information that Mark Heibel, who lives here, was in possession of possible homemade explosives. Police say Heibel said he had previously made homemade explosives and homemade blasting caps that were detonated in his backyard. Heibel has been arrested and charged with allegedly making homemade explosives.
When I came home yesterday, I did not know what was going on. There was a lot of people. And then I saw the truck that said Bomb Squad, and I was like, oh, so it's serious. Okay.
According to the arrest citation, Heibel admitted to being in possession of TNT, which is what officials call a primary explosive. Investigators on Thursday detonated a device in his backyard. Now they're returned again, conducting another detonation. And as you can see, LMPD detectives and federal agents have blocked this entire street. Neighbors who live here on Applegate Lane have had to wait to drive by until the detonation was over. Jasmine Perez lives across the street from Mark Heibel and says he was an unusual neighbor who invited himself over at times.
He just showed up out of nowhere. I came out, I was inside, and then I came outside and he was just sitting down, shirtless, and he just sat down with his dog. And we're like... She says after that awkward incident, she feared for the safety of her family, so they put cameras up around their home. I didn't want to come out with my little girl either, so I would just be inside or in the backyard where he wouldn't be able to see us. Perez says the detonations have been an interesting experience. She's looking out her window, curious as to what investigators will find. You just kind of think, like, what am I going to do today? What's going to happen today? What's going to be the next move? Like, are we going to have to leave? She's happy federal agents were able to make an arrest and glad no one's been hurt. We're just patiently waiting to know that he's not coming back. Until then, curious onlookers remain steady, driving by. In Louisville, Taylor Woods, WHAS 11 night team on your side.
Also tonight, an arrest warrant has been issued for the suspended Manual High School head football coach Donnie Stoner. Louisville Metro Police confirming that to WHAS 11 News today. Police say the warrant is connected to allegations of sexual abuse involving a minor. Stoner had been temporarily removed from his coaching duties at Manual 2 weeks ago. Today, JCPS said he has been reassigned to a job location where he will not have contact with children. In a statement to WHAS 11 News today, Stoner's attorney, Rob Eggert, told us, quote, I'm confident he'll be vindicated in court. Manual's athletic director, Dave Zuberer, said he couldn't comment on the situation, but yesterday had this to say about its impact on the fall camp.
We're excited about our football program. We think we're going to have one of the best programs in the state of Kentucky this year. We have state championship aspirations. That is unchanged. And that our kids are excited to be there, our coaching staff's excited to be out there, and we're looking forward to a great season.
Donnie Stoner is a 2002 graduate of Manual and was a longtime assistant coach with the Crimsons before taking over as head coach last year. Manual has now appointed the assistant coach Josh Gillespie as acting head coach until further notice. An Indiana state trooper is now facing criminal charges accused of operating a car while intoxicated in southern Indiana. A release from ISP says troopers were attempting to deliver administrative paperwork to Zachary Smith in Floyd County yesterday. Troopers watched Smith drive his personal car into his driveway and observed signs of impairment while talking with Smith in the driveway. Smith was arrested for operating while intoxicated and is now on administrative leave. And he is home tonight after a long day that everyone here in Kentuckiana had hoped to see. Released from the hospital, Metro Police Officer Nicholas Wilt shot in the head while racing toward the mass shooting at Old National Bank on April 10th. Where there were serious questions, would Officer Wilt, and Louisville for that matter, actually see this day? He had suffered a traumatic brain injury. In fact, the bullet is still lodged in his head. WHAS 11 night team's Connor Steffen with photojournalist Elijah McKenzie detail the celebrations throughout this day for Wilt's remarkable recovery.
turning a corner in rehabilitation and in life. We see Metro Police Officer Nicholas Wilt for the first time since the mass shooting nearly took his life. He flashes us a thumbs up.
You know, today's a step forward. I think that's the important part. In some ways, it's the end of the beginning.
Dr. Jason Smith of U of L says Officer Wilt has spent the last 3 months fighting for his life. On April 10th, the 26-year-old rookie officer responded to the shooting at Old National Bank, running toward the gunman, hit by a bullet in the head. His twin brother Zach reflecting on the months since.
The progress that Nick's made, they tell us it's a long road, it's a marathon. But Nick, every single day, has been ready to go.
Wilt's doctor tells us that bullet was never removed.
We oftentimes will leave those things behind or don't go after those because it doesn't do the patient any good.
No one underscored the miracle of Officer Wilt's recovery better than Old National Bank CEO Jim Ryan.
I will never forget. Our Louisville team will never forget. Our entire organization will never forget. Officer Wilt is a hero in every sense of the word.
As Officer Wilt left Fraser Rehab, a hero's welcome waited for him across Louisville. First stop, Southeast Christian Church.
I just cannot tell you how relieved we are and how thankful we are.
Then traveling down Highway 53 in LaGrange, Officer Wilt was home.
I mean, he has a lot of spirit and fight, you know, that's our Nick.
Greeted by people lining the street, wishing their hometown hero nothing but the best, including his grandparents, who tell us the moment is both surreal and a miracle.
And that was a really rough time, but he made it through, and we always say, thank you, Lord, you did it again.
Zach says that's exactly who his twin brother is.
And he'll probably be embarrassed that I say this, but his little catchphrase when we wheel him out of his room, he goes, let's a boogie woogie. Like he's ready to go.
That's the spirit he'll need facing a tough road ahead. But doctors highlight all he's accomplished already.
Working hard to regain his consciousness, his ability to speak, to swallow, to stand, and yes, even to start walking.
First steps.
Officer Wilt is the epitome of what we could become.
To a brighter future.
We are celebrating one of our own.
For a young man leaving an indelible mark on our city. In Louisville, Connor Steffen, the WHAS11 night team, on your side.
And as you can see, the community certainly turned out in droves today to support Officer Wilt as he journeyed back from Fraser Rehab to his home in Oldham County. Folks who lined the streets in LaGrange and at Southeast Christian Church on Blankenbaker today called his recovery a miracle, telling us they're thankful for his service that day.
It's just been an absolute miracle. Obviously, there's a God. Everybody out here has been praying for him, and excuse me.
I think it's really important that everybody in the community shows how much we appreciate what a hero Officer Wilt was, how proud we are of LMPD, and how much we are just 100% behind the progress that he's making, getting better.
And we remember tonight, while Officer Wilt has finally made it home, 5 Louisvillians did tragically lose their lives today. We will never forget Joshua Barrick, Jim Tutt, the Senior Vice President Tommy Elliott, Juliana Farmer, and Dina Eckert. But because of the swift, heroic actions of Officer Wilt and Corey Galloway, a quick end was put to the violence. Their actions will be forever appreciated by everyone here in the Louisville community. And by the way, we want to let you know about next week. If you'd like to help Officer Wilt and his family financially, the city of St. Matthews is hosting several events as part of Wilt Week. They'll be collecting donations at National Night Out, hosting 3 different car shows, and they've put together a family fun night, which includes a Battle of the Badges softball game. Again, it all starts next week. Only tonight on the WHAS11 night team, a new lawsuit today adding to more legal trouble for one of Kentucky's largest healthcare networks, Norton Healthcare. This lawsuit claims that one of its immediate care centers denied medical treatment to a Guatemalan teenager who died less than an hour later. Our Focus Team investigator John Charlton is taking us through the accusations made in the lawsuit.
Norton Immediate Care Center and Norton Children's After Hours on Preston Highway. It was the closest place for the Lopez brothers to get help.
Es muy difícil de olvidarlo.
It's still very difficult, very sad. We think about him every day.
Andres Lopez, reflecting on the night of January 11th. with his youngest brother Marvy writhing in pain. The 15-year-old had a terrible stomach ache, so painful, Andres says, that Marvy couldn't make it into the immediate care center. Their other brother Pedro went inside pleading for help in the best English he had.
Y me dijo, porque no me dijeron que quieren papeles.
As soon as Pedro, his other brother, came out and told him that they weren't willing to help him, Andres was very upset, and he said, I don't understand, just have them come help us and then we can try to produce the documents later.
Those documents are quoted as his papers in a lawsuit against Norton Healthcare. Both older brothers claim a receptionist asked for papers, even dialing up a telephonic translator to relay the message. All this as Marvy was laying in the parking lot with Andres holding him as time ticked by. The lawsuit then claims Marvy lost consciousness, and reception gave the brothers a list of other healthcare facilities to take him to. They took Marvy to Mary and Elizabeth Hospital, but it was too late. He died soon after arriving from a ruptured appendix.
If you know someone's in your parking lot in distress, CPR, offering oxygen to that young man, there is a duty to call that person an ambulance if they need it.
In an emailed statement, Norton Healthcare expressed sympathy, while stating that Marvy never entered the facility and care was not denied. That, due to a language barrier, staff didn't know there was an emergency in the parking lot, and that the health network provides care to all, and did not and does not ask for immigration papers.
No nos atendieran por ser así como inmigrantes.
Andres just wants people to know that they were treated differently because they're immigrants and that it's not fair.
John Charlton, WHAS11, on your side.
If you have something you'd like the Focus team to investigate, you can contact them by email. The address is focus@WHAS11.com.